The current Renault Clio has been around for 4 years, but last year in 2009, Renault made some updates, including this new nose, but the rest of the car remains pretty much the same, which is no bad thing because it's actually one of the best small cars you can buy. One of the main reasons for this is the sheer amount of space that you've got inside. Now, if you follow me into the back, you'll see what I mean. Look, loads of room. My knees really far from the seat in front, and there's sufficient headroom. I reckon I could go quite a long way in the back of this car. But the Clio is not just good for carrying large people, it's good for carrying large items. Because unlike some of its rivals, you can actually fold the seat bases down. So when you put the seat backs forward, they lie almost flat. That means you actually have a decent usable load area. The Clio is also very spacious in the front as well. It also feels very upmarket inside because on all but the entry-level car, the dash is made out of a soft touch material. Also, sat-nav is standard. On the very top two specification cars, as well as height adjustment for the steering wheel, you also get reach adjustment, which is nice and handy. And finally, they also come with keyless entry and go with this key card. Speaking of which, let's see what this Renault is like to drive.
Overall, it's very good. At motorway speed, it's all very quiet and refined, but what's particularly impressive is just how comfortable the Clio is for a small car.
It actually feels very grown up. The way the suspension absorbs all the imperfections in the road is very impressive. But don't go thinking that means the Clio is all soft and wallowy and rolls about in the bends, because it just doesn't.
The Clio is actually very nimble on a twisty road and stays very flat through the bends, plus it has lots of reassuring grip. This particular model has the 100 horsepower 1.2 litre turbo engine, and it really is the pick of the range as it offers the best blend of performance and economy. The two diesels are worth a look as well, but avoid the entry-level 1.2 16-valve petrol engine as it feels sluggish.
And when we're talking about negatives, there's some other things that aren't so good about the Renault Clio. For instance, the gear shift is a bit rubbery, the stalks a little bit flimsy, and the stereo is hard to use. Also, you can only control the sat-nav using this remote, and if you're anything like me, you'll have lost this within a couple of months. Another downside is depreciation, because the Renault Clio won't hold its value quite as well as a VW Polo. And finally, we come back to this new face, which won't be to everybody's taste, but then that's a matter of opinion. And in my opinion, the Renault Clio is an impressive small car that's well priced and generously equipped.